Okay, boys, we got UFC Fight Night Usman versus Buckley coming up in a little less than a week from now, and this is a big one. All right, we're gonna break this fight down in depth, and in a landscape where it feels like the fans and me, I'm a part of it too, complain about almost every matchup and every card as of late. The past few weeks, few months have been a bit of a rough patch, but this is a big one. And we have a good streak of cards coming up in the next few weeks. All right, we have this Usman versus Buckley, possibly a number one contenders match. Maybe not for both fighters, but it's about there. Then we have Roundtree versus Hill. Okay, badass fight. Okay, and then we have obviously International Fight Week. Charles Oliveira taking on Elites Poria. The public execution of Charles Oliveira. The champion does not have a name that day. But yeah, it's a good streak. We really can't complain. The next month, we're fucking eating. All right, but let's talk about Usman versus Buckley, because I believe this is going to be a badass fight. Like, yeah, I sound like fucking Dana, but this is going to be badass. Like, this is hype. I feel like it being less than a week away and no one's really talking about it is kind of a disappointment. This is a big fight. Can Usman, the losing streak, long layoff, champion, come back and win? Because we've seen as of late, the champions are going on downhills, okay? Big downhill spirals, all right? We got Sean O'Malley, 2-fight losing streak. Went in this year, lost again, all right? Leon Edwards came into this year, lost again. That's a 2-fight losing streak, okay? We have Pereira, lost his belt. Like, all the champions, they're getting fucked, okay? And is Usman going to be just another person in that statistic? Is he going to continue the fucking streak? All right, we're going to find out. And I think he is. All right, spoiler alert. Buckley's going to win this fight. All right, you read the thumbnail. It's probably the reason you clicked on this video. Okay, Buckley's going to win this fight. All right, the young buck himself. Can he do it? Can he beat the long-reigning champ who's a bit out of his prime towards the end of his career, while Buckley, in his prime, young, fast, strong, can he do it? I believe he can, and I believe he has lots of advantages in this fight. Usman should not be counted out, though. I want to make that very apparent and very clear. Usman can win this fight. This is easily Buckley's biggest level of competition he's ever faced. I wouldn't say it's the biggest jump up ever because, whatever people want to say about Colby, him and Usman went life to death like twice. So, you really can't talk shit on Usman, or you can't talk shit on Colby unless you're going to do the same about Usman. You really can't. So, this isn't that big of a step up from Colby, but I would say Usman and Colby are actually probably in the same situation as of career and out of prime. Like, they're both slightly out of their prime to where they can still win, but it's very clear they're not at their peaks anymore, But yeah, let's talk about each guy's strengths and weaknesses going into this fight, all right? Obviously, we know Usman, known as that iron wall, crazy defensive grappler, all right? And Buckley, while being a very explosive, athletic striker, his grappling is part of his game that's won him a lot of his past fights, all right? The Wonder Boy fight, it definitely had an impact in that fight where it made Wonder Boy think about it, on the feet. That's why he probably got caught. I mean, Buckley's also just that good, So, do I believe Buckley can implement the grappling in this fight? No, I really don't. Even though he has no knees left, man, Usman is still that guy. He's still very good. He did very well against Khamzat Chimaev. I know that's the argument a lot of people are going to use for this fight. Oh my god, look how good he did against Khamzat like 2 years ago, man. He's going to fucking destroy him. Khamzat would walk through Buckley. No, he wouldn't. Okay, I believe Buckley would beat he would beat Khamzat as long as he got out of the first round. 100%. Not a doubt in my mind. So you look at that. You look at the defensive grappling. All right, that goes to Usman. All right, what else? Literally nothing. You look at this matchup. Buckley takes the power, the speed, the youth advantage, the fucking offensive grappling, most likely because Usman's knees he's not really a good offensive grappler. He really never has been, to be honest. His takedowns have kind of always been very slow and ploddy, and he kind of just relied on the cage to get him down and use his pure strength. But he is a very good grappler still. It's just he's not as good as he was in his prime. These Usman fans, man, they think it's 2021 still. They think this dude is still that guy. He is, but when he's facing people in the top 10 who are actually future title contenders possibly, it's not going to be like, dude, he's going to win from aura. He's just going to win because he's that guy from 2021 who went on that run. That's not going to carry him in this. It's really not. And then we look at the cardio. All right, let's have the cardio conversation. Buckley was outdoing, outputting, out damaging Colby basically their whole fight. They were going to go into the championship rounds, and it was going to continue that. He didn't look gassed at all. He was going to continue that pace. He was going to outpace Colby Covington, who's known for his cardio. Okay, and Usman obviously has the more 5-round experience. He has the cardio as well, but Buckley's just younger, man. He's hungrier. He wants this shit. He's not coming off of a big 2-year layoff. Is it really a 2-year layoff? Holy shit. Dude, Usman is so cooked. I'm sorry. He's so fucked. Okay, he's going to come into this. It's not going to be a big crowd. I mean, it's going to be a crowd, but it's not going to be a pay-per-view crowd. He's not going to be the big main event headliner or co-mainer of the pay-per-view. It's probably going to mess with his mind. He's just going to be like, all right, this is like the B-Leagues, basically. I got this shit. Little young buck thinking going to get me. I'm a problem. Buckley's a fucking problem too, all right? He's a problem. I put him in my Dark Horses video like a year ago, okay? Maybe not that long ago. It's probably like 7 months, but this dude, maybe like 6 months, 5 months. I don't fucking know, but time's a weird spectrum in my mind right now. But dude, like, people act like Buckley can't get the belt, all right? Just because he lost to Kevin Holland, man. Oh my God, he got KO'd. He lost to Nasruddin Imavov. Who cares, all right? Charles Oliveira lost a bunch too, okay? He got the belt, all right? Buckley is a real challenger and contender for that 170 belt. I swear this is his weight class, bro. Bet on Buckley. I assume he's going to be the favorite here. He better be. If he's the underdog, that's comical. Bet the fucking house. He's winning this fight. He's going to have the power advantage. He's going to be the more unorthodox guy who's going to fuck with Usman and confuse him. And Usman's not really that good of a striker. He is, but he thinks he's better than he actually is. He's very one-dimensional. Jab 1, 1, 2, jab 1, 2. He's just kind of very one-dimensional and doesn't really have the big, creative, fluid, fast combinations. And he's going to look the slowest he ever has. Maybe he got some surgery. Maybe he's going to come back, look the best he ever has in his last couple of fights, and get back in the winning column. I just don't see it, man. I really don't see it. I think Buckley, I think it's his time. I think he's underrated still somehow. I do think the narrative that he's beating up on old heads is true, but that's not really going to change with this fight. This is another old head out of his prime. But, dude, these are still high levels of competition, man. Usman's still that guy. He can still win at the top level. Do I think he's gonna? No. I think he's gonna lose this fight, but he can win. He can put it together. He can get Buckley down, lay on him, ground and pound. He can get rounds off of grappling. Okay, we've seen Buckley taken down by Colby and held there. Okay, it's possible. Usman can win this fight, but dude, I just don't see it, man. It's just like you see all the fucking advantages for Buckley. Okay, the power, the speed, the unorthodoxness, the fucking cardio, the offensive grappling, the momentum. He just has everything on his side, Usman should be an underdog here because he is most likely not going to win this fight, and I'm going to predict he gets KO'd in the 3rd or 4th round. I think it's going to be very similar to the Wonderboy fight. I think it's going to be very close, very competitive. In the first round or two, it's probably going to be like 1-1 going into the 3rd. Maybe Usman loses the 1st, comes back a little, wins the 2nd, has a little bit of a slow start since it's been very long since he's fought. I think I could see it going like that actually very confidently. I definitely see it going like that, exactly how I just said it. But things are going to change because Buckley's going to turn it up. He's going to get more confident as he works into the fight, all right, and really realizes and believes that, oh my God, I'm fighting Usman. I'm beating Usman. Let's fucking go. All right. Buckley's a bit of a low IQ hothead at times, so I hope he doesn't do any of that dumb shit in this fight. And if he wins, when he knocks out Usman in the 3rd or 4th round by I think it'll be a TKO. I don't see him knocking out Usman out cold. I see him hurting Usman, dropping him kind of like the Burns one, but jumping on him and throwing everything he fucking has. Because Buckley actually has really good ground and pound, underrated as fuck. He's very powerful, he doesn't just jump on them and start hammer fisting. He actually jumps on them, gets position, and goes for the good, significant, time, planned out strikes, and actually goes for the finish intelligently. I know I just said he's dumb and a bit of a hothead, but when it comes to his ground and pound, I've been very impressed by it, okay? And he just has the power to put Usman out cold as well. He does. He also has underrated kicks. I know that's crazy to say, but no one talks about his kicking game after he has one of the most crazy kick KOs of all time. Y'all know it. Maybe I'll show a picture, but dude, you know it, okay? But no one talks about it, man. This dude is so well-rounded, so athletic, so powerful, has all the momentum he's ever had in his career. He's going to win this fight. I don't think it's going to be close. I mean, I think one of the rounds will be close, but other than that, I see Buckley just out-damaging Usman, outputting him, having the better gas tank, just being on the more momentum, being more hungry, and he's going to win, man. There's just no way Usman gets this done, and if he does, please no Usman title shot off of one win. Please, I fucking beg, okay? We've just seen how badly undeserved title shots can go, okay? Sean, it didn't go well, all right? Umar, I guess it went well because the fight was fun, but he fucking lost, okay? You got to give these fighters... you got to make... Dude, they got to be ready, man. And Usman would not be ready to fight JDM. Oh my god, he would get fucking hurt. I mean, he actually could win, but... dude, he's not going to beat Buckley. And if he does, please no title shot. But if Buckley wins... Like, I know it's a bit of a logjam at the top of 170 right now, but... I don't know, man. We'll see. You could have Buckley get the title shot off of this. I would be fine with that. He's put together a really good win streak. But I could also understand he needs one more. He needs one more. That probably will be the case after this. He'll have to fight Shavkat because I don't really see Shavkat getting a title shot after all this layoff and all this delay and all these pullouts. He's just very injury prone, unfortunately. You know, we'll see what happens, but I could see Buckley. It doesn't matter. Honestly, I think Sean Brady should get the next title shot. Do him versus JDM after... Well, no. Do him versus the winner of JDM Islam. I forgot about that for a second. Which it will be Islam, by the way. So, do Islam versus Sean Brady. And then, maybe in the meantime, or even on the same card, we do Shavkat Buckley. And then, maybe Ian Gary can go fight Bilal in the meantime. That's perfect. I just mapped out welterweight perfect. It works out perfect, okay? Do that. That's what should happen. That's how this fight plays out. Buckley, 4th round TKO towards the very beginning of the round. And like the first minute or two of the round, I think he'll catch Usman, hurt him, and Usman will not be able to recover. He'll just get jumped on him, or Buckley will jump on him, and yeah, that'll be it. I could see Usman retiring, but he's also very stubborn and very egotistical, so we'll see. He gets to go on his podcast next week saying... I'm a problem. Like, you don't fucking... who knows, man? We'll see. I like Usman, but he's going to lose this fight by a finish, and he should retire afterwards, okay? Call it a career. He made enough money. Great fighter. Probably will remain the second best 170er for a long time, okay? For a long-ass time, all right? I'll see you guys in the next one.